Okay.
You look at a deck list because the ones I knew were old. Here's one from they're getting better with Fable. Fable the Mirror
Well,
Breaker was really good for Indomitable creativity.
Fable the Mirror
Two,
Breaker is a card that like that's just good.
it's just a good
That's just a
card.
good card. Like
Uh,
if your deck gets to play that, I'm pretty happy.
okay, this one.
You
This
know.
is a weird one. This one's it looks like the ones that people are playing right now in modern are rug decks. And the thing they're creativiting for is Primeval Titan. And they're using
Well,
Valakut.
uh, hi everybody. We're doing magic things, and thank you for the sub book, Newey.
Yeah,
We're
speaking
also
of Zendikar places,
yeah.
like Valakut,
Now
we're,
we so this month and next month they're doing some flashback drafts. Some of them are phantom, some of them are not, which is funny.
weird.
Um,
Yeah, Beastbreaker of Balaged. We do love that guy,
yeah, that's a good one.
Mr. Hagar.
It puts me in green, which is my favorite color in this format. Um, most everything puts me in green. That's just how it is. But yeah,
Especially in Rise of the Eldrazi, where mana is what you want. Because
yeah,
if you don't know anything about Rise of the Eldrazi, they had a experiment. They printed the first two Zendikar sets, and they were extremely aggressive. This was Trusty Machete on Kraken Hatchling. This was
yeah,
Landfall. So it's like
yeah. Like,
we're out for blood.
yeah, like you might think so. Like original Zendikar is interesting in that all five colors main game plan in limited is
To kill you.
aggressive two drops. And you might think
Yeah.
like, well, are you like is that well how does every color pull it off? Well,
You got like
welcome
Welcome
turn.
Turn
Like
and Plated GOP'd. And, just vampires in black.
green had black had like some of the most busted nonsense because it's two drops for like junk garbage like just like a 2/1 like that had like a ally text or something. But like
Mm,
they got like vampire freaking Nighthawk in that format.
yeah.
But yeah, like every color was just aggressive as hell. Worldwake didn't change that. It shifted the format a bit. Um, then
But then
Rise comes
Rise of the
around.
Eldrazi. And they were like, what if they Teferied it. Let's slow things down. What if because they wanted to print their big monster creatures.
Yep,
And manifestly, you cannot cast big monster creatures in a format where you're getting killed by plated GOP.
yep.
So they called it Battle Cruiser Magic. So
This was their first run at this, like their first draft on it, and it's lovely. A lot like it's funny because like it gets talked about in R&D circles as sort of a maligned thing. Um, I'm sorry,
format's really fun.
is the Double Masters Draft League event ID 6699?
Nice. What
Damn.
if that's my Cactpot ticket?
Yeah. um, but like it's maligned because like if you walk into it unknown, you die.
Yeah, but there are a lot of formats like that. Some of them are good. It's like
Yeah.
some of our favorite formats have that problem. Like that's a problem you have in
And
Shadowmoor as
I
well.
would say Shadowmoor Innistrad kind of has that because it's a lot more
Yeah,
defined these days.
but this format does have glaring problems. I made a joke there. Uh, the Dongler is, and of course Drana. But really, I think Dongler is a bigger problem than Drana. But
yeah, like Dongor's killable, but sometimes not. But
there's not a whole lot that kills either of those creatures actually. Heat Ray is the one that does it.
yeah, Flame Slash, like real removal can kill Dongler, but like not every color even has access to it. Narcolepsy's cool, but it doesn't stop a Dongler from doing its job. But yeah, so we're here to play it again. It's here till tomorrow.
Let's see
Then
what we. So this is going to be a deck where we're going to have probably at least two 8 drops in our deck, right?
it's likely that like every deck in this format can just like have an Ulamog's Crusher for free and not feel bad about it. If your Ulamog's Crusher is the 9/7 drop 7/7, you can feel bad about it because that one
Yeah.
sucks.
Path Razor of Ulamog.
Pathrazer's the big one. This is like the Hand of Kozilek, I think.
Oh, Hand of Kozilek.
Hand of Kozilek's real bad. You never want to be on that one.
This Path Razor has like Annihilator 4 or something.
It's big and it has some unblockability. Not a lot of movement here. We're probably gonna. Oh boy! All right.
Hey, we can keep talking about cards then.
Yeah.
So before the street.
Hand of Emrakul.
Hand of
sure.
Emrakul.
Whatever. It's. Was Gnome quiet?
Am I quiet? Can I do this? Is that better? I just moved it closer to my mouth.
Yeah, let me check if like Gnome's been lowered on my end. I don't know. Nope, 100%. I can boost Gnome.
Let me check and see if I might have lowered my mic setting at some point.
Maybe it got hit by a low beam.
I got hit. Yeah, it was a cosmic rays.
We call those Windows Update.
Yeah, a cosmic ray that caused a bit to flip called Windows Update. So before the stream, we were talking about we were talking about a Muldrifter deck for one.
Yeah.
But it led us to talking about Indomitable Creativity as a castable modern card. Rise of the Eldrazi has a lot of modern cards in it. That have either currently still played or historically played in modern, right?
I mean, the Eldrazi themselves, like, Emrakul always
Emrakul is still, I think, Ulamog.
around.
Ulamog has been largely replaced by Nulamog.
Yeah, Nulamog has eaten, Ulamog has eaten the low-end Eldrazi spot for lunch. But, nothing, if you're going to do, I can cast any spell, there is still not a spell you want more than
Emrakul.
Emrakul, because extra turn attack for 15. Or Annihilator 6 on your sneak attack, sort of.
Yeah.
Stuff. But outside of that, too, you also have.
Flame Slash Flame Slash is finally dead.
Yeah.
Hi, Kaz.
Hey, I'm here to make your audio problems worse.
Oh, you're much louder than Gnome. Why?
Shit.
Why are you much louder than Gnome? And why is? Well, I guess the question is, why is Gnome so quiet?
Yeah. Why do I? I'm gonna do audio testing for myself real quick.
Okay. Well, we have time because
only the diehard Rise of the Eldrazi players are playing Rise of the Eldrazi.
Yeah, so we have to wait for 7 more of them, which
it might be a hard draft, I guess.
Yeah.
I kind of love the removal of this format.
Okay,
in particular.
I sound normal to me, so I'm gonna blame Discord for this.
Because the removal of this format looks absolutely excellent, just surpassingly great in any given regular limited format.
Yes.
You're like, oh man, Heat Ray. I'm like Flame Slash is still like way too ridiculous. Like Vendetta, Stagger Shock.
Like Guard Duty though.
Guard Duty is sort of the cope. Narcolepsy exists, and that looks amazing. But for each one of these things, there's like regular stuff that is popular to do in the format and even necessary to a certain point that just blanks it.
Yep.
Like Narcolepsy doesn't do anything against Vent Sentinels and Brimstone Mages.
Yeah, or like
Guard Duty.
Yeah, well, there's God. Guard Duty is very helpful against Vent Sentinels, of course. Please, give me more defenders.
And like you might be thrilled to have your Heat Ray in hand until they make an 8 toughness creature or something, and it's like,
how much mana does this cost?
Yeah, or they use a totem armor while you're tapped out.
Oh yeah.
I had actually forgotten that was a mechanic.
You forgot about totem armor.
You forgot about Boar Umbra.
Yeah,
Maybe up to
Borumbra
Borumbra.
or
Hyena
Well,
Umbra?
Snake
no,
Umbra.
yeah,
Snake
Snake Umbra
Umbra?
is the actual beater because that one, it makes the creature unkillable, and then also a card draw engine. That's like, oh,
Hyena Umbra, I think, is the one they play in Boggles. 'Cause it's the cheap
Yes,
one.
that's the one drop for striking 1/1, and
I
that's
think Boggles is a dead deck. That's sad. Why is Boggles dead? Hmm.
I'm gonna blame Saram and what's the 8.5 tails thing from the newest one?
Uh,
Because that deck sort of bumped Boggles out of existence conceptually. I think when you can just for free search your entire library for like any given cheap good aura that either makes something invulnerable or resurrects it when it dies, and then doing it will also draw a card. Uh,
uh,
poor
there's
Boggles
a
can't keep up with that.
there's a heroic deck in Pioneer that's kind of close
oh
to
boy,
Boggles.
his favorite hoplite like
Yes, it also has our
Damn,
favorite lady, Feather, in it.
oh
I had a
And
feather deck for a while when that was standard.
yeah
yeah, that's what Pioneer is like a few degenerate stupid decks. At least one deck that should be banned, and then your old favorite standard decks. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of what Pioneer is. Uh, the deck that should be banned right now is mono green, probably. They have this problem where
What
they
again?
refuse to. Yes, they have this problem where they refuse to ban Nyx, Shrine of Nyx.
There's
oh
they still
right
had right, yeah, they
right
banned
they
they
banned
banned around Nykthos.
the
They banned around
They're like,
Nyx, that's
oh no,
all.
you
Oath of
can't have like
Nissa.
Oath of Nissa. No. That
Yeah.
that's definitely the prop. That's the glue holding the whole thing. Like when they got rid of Clan Ironworks, it was like, okay, the busted card. We're getting rid of the busted card.
Yeah, it's always funny to have that
Well,
like killing the engine versus killing the parts of the engine, and when they won't just kill the damn engine dead, and it's like, well, we'll ban around it, and you just kind of keep circling
Yeah,
around the
imagine
card.
if like Clan Ironworks had been a problem and they were like, well,
well, ban Icar Wellspring.
Icar Wellspring needs to go. That just generates too much advantage in tandem with Clan Ironworks.
Well, part of it is there's a few cards they've specifically pegged in Pioneer as like Brainstorm Ponder, like format identity cards.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Uh, the two Delve spells, Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time.
That's still annoying to me, but go
And
on.
then Nykthos appears to be another one. Or just
oh,
Mm.
they've just decided that's an identity card.
I think so. Because like
Ooh.
when before the previous bans, the big decks were Mono Green, Is It Control, and Winota. Winota was the deck card that clearly needed to be banned, so they banned it. And then they should have banned something from Red Blue, because if they didn't, they were gonna play Kingmaker for like the next big deck. So what do you do? Do you ban Treasure Cruise? Do you ban Dig Through Time? Let's ban Expressive Iteration. A card.
oh,
We're, let, let,
my volume was set to 70. Oh dear, if I turn this up, I'm gonna sound like way too high now.
ooh.
Hey, sound loud to
Oh,
me.
there you
Oh
go. Yeah, I
boy.
had you up to 122%. Now
Yeah.
you're back to 100.
Okay.
How do I sound ever? I assume I'm just too loud on the stream right now.
Probably too loud.
Yeah, let me adjust that.
Plenty of time to
Yeah, we
make
got
the
time.
adjustments.
Take your time.
All right, I'm gonna bring myself down. All right, how's -10 for me? Slyo at 3x blasting. Okay, how's this? I'm
Yeah, might want to wait to
okay.
get additional feedback.
All right. This is a good time for it. We got nothing else to do but audio. Well, it's
Yeah.
a bit loud, very
Still
loud,
loud.
loud, blown out. You were perfect at the start. What?
Ooh.
But
Oh man, that's got to be one of the things that haunts us.
that's impossible. Okay, hold on.
I did figure out one of the things that makes computer audio so fake, though. Part of it is
Okay, how's this now? I put myself at minus 13 for myself.
okay, this is fine. Okay, it's still louder
I'm
than
still
Copilot.
louder than co-pilots. Back to good. Probably.
So here's
Oh,
audio
God.
things are fake because like volume increases like multiplicatively. It doesn't increase
Yeah.
like linearly.
All right, one moment.
I was gonna say it's tough to pin down because you can't see it.
You also cannot see it. Yes, it's very true.
But yeah, my mic volume was just set to like 73 at random.
Oh,
Which
that's fun.
why would I have
Wait,
done
in
that?
like Windows?
In Windows.
Oh
Ooh.
god.
These are probably things that
jeez.
were done to like solve problems a long time ago that are now causing their own problems.
Yeah, this is.
I'm terrified to look at my own Windows settings.
I don't like.
I do everything with dials up front.
Yeah, I was saying everything should be done through the mixer on the dang knobs.
Yeah.
And if I'm too loud in other places on Discord, you can adjust me, right? Like that's. It's hard to say if I'm loud or the co-hosts are soft.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, what usually happens to me, as far as like people I have in Discord, is that there's no force on the planet that I can get to make my make anyone talking to me in Discord louder. So I just have to make myself quieter and turn everything else down, and then force everyone at home to turn their own volume up.
Yeah, hey, Slio, say some things.
all
Which I'm
right,
not like happy
I
about.
moved myself to minus 14 now, trying to see if that's better.
Hmm.
Because again, people were saying it was a little too. So I turned Gnome up.
I don't know. I think if you're like overpowering us, that's fine.
That's
I
fine.
wouldn't hate it.
You could maybe go down a scooge more, but you're basically there.
Still gonna be down a couple. All right, I'm going to revert the change and just put it back to whatever the hell it was in Windows, because clearly touching that was the mistake of mistakes to think that.
Oh yeah, now the marbles like spiraling down the staircase. We gotta.
And now I don't. Oh, and now I don't know where that audio setting is. Okay, and
That's
Awesome.
We can just. I listen to the stream, and what it is at right now is acceptable. That's why I was muting or like deafening myself.
Okay,
so that I could give live feedback.
I have returned things to the audio levels that they were at the start of the stream. I will fuck with this in the future because
we can mess with this later.
I shouldn't be. No, I'm not messing with it now. I have nothing else to do right now.
Other than this, talk about cards.
Yeah, we can do that while we're messing with it, so we have something to talk about. I'm gonna sound really quiet right now, and then I'm going to shoot up back to a number.
Is that a threat?
That's a threat.
Oh no!
All right, I'm back at 100%.
Oh god, it was.
Is that? All right.
It's like you're in my house.
I have myself at minus 15 right now.
Outstanding. I tried to say.
All right.
Everything is harder to say when I'm looking at a screen. I should read books.
Well, it's different. Definitely true. We could have this is the old. Remember back when we did 4-3-2-2s or
yeah.
Oh yeah, and we had to fill the air in between rounds because this took forever.
I'd have to go over here and pull up Diablo 3s. Which you can't Google Diablo 3s like this. That's not how it works. You have to like zoom boing.
Yeah, can you believe that we never search engine optimized?
I can't believe your SEO is that.
Oh no,
that's not Zoing. Oh boy,
Zoing boing ding. That's something else.
Fun time index. Diablo 3s.
You get to have seconds of looking at my beautiful CSS that I made for this website.
Yes, the very hateful CSS that Kaz makes to inflict harm upon us. Join the tiles to collect powerful upgrades. So we were talking about Aether Mage's Touch before the stream.
Yes.
What do you think about the card Aether Mage's Touch, Kaz?
Do
Have
you
you
think
thought
about the card Aether Mage's Touch?
Yeah, have you thought about the card Aether Mage's Touch?
Not in a while. I always thought it had like it seemed kind of ludicrous on its face. Like it had this absurd looking potential to do really unhinged stuff, but that for whatever reason never materialized. And then I kind of forgot about it. I'm like, what? That's not a real card.
Not a real card.
Oh, I made it to G. Damn.
Ah, the gold one. It's good.
The problem with Aether Mage's Touch has always been that it only looks at the top like 4.
Yeah, it's specifically 4, and that means it like has
extremely high density, and you're still gonna miss sometimes.
Mm.
And then, but the things you're going to want to Aether Mage's Touch are probably expensive, so then your curve is completely terrible. But been thinking about the card because of a card that we like, even though you have recently spoke out against it, Kaz. Moldrifter.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Esper Reanimator deck that is playing Aether Mage's Touch.
Do they have a way to like guarantee that it goes on top?
Yes.
Witch's Cottage.
Oh, I see.
So then it kind of becomes Corpse Dance. Only you get the card back, which is really good if it's like because they're playing Moldrifter, then Solitude Grief, along with like Archonic Cruelty. So
you can control F Opal in case you
are
having trouble finding one in the.
I know. Yeah. Well, I figured when I would find them, they would be together because of how opals are generated.
Yeah.
The rules of anyway. All right, celebrity status. Ooh, that's one of my favorite icons right there.
Celebrity status.
So little peek under the hood of this one. I made all the icons for this. Most of them, especially the little upgrade icons, I made like all in a sitting in like 2 hours, if that. I just like sat down and pounded out a bunch of icons. I'm like, okay, they'll fit. It'll be fine.
You were right.
Still remember that. Just sitting down and doing it. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Fun fact, since the last time you played, every one of these fake currencies has been listed as a prominent cryptocurrency, of course.
And now their exchanges are frozen.
Ooh, all right. Should we go for the Canadian tire dollar run?
It's total RNG.
Yeah.
So yeah, go for it.
How do I take a quick loss? I don't think you can. No, new game. Okay, good. Oh, okay.
What are the other creativity decks doing? Are they all just playing Primeval Titan? Yeah, they're just playing Primeval Titan.
That's the way to do it.
This one's playing 4 creativity, 2 transmogrify, which is polymorph.
Oh, I guess the new Dominaria set is rotation, right?
I no longer really know how rotation works at all, but I'm gonna believe you.
September said that's always when rotation is, with the one exception of when it wasn't.
Yeah, it's That ruined me
Oh.
personally. They changed it once, and then they changed it back, and that was enough to just permanently blight
Oh my
me.
god.
Okay, this is a we're at 10%. So the run we're trying to do here is a to get a Canadian Tire dollar, you need to win with 0 points. You'll lose with 0 points, which is to say, make no matches. Which is to say, you need to have like like a grid that's like alternating, which is to say, it's easy.
Oh my god.
Canadian
Nice.
Tire dollars 1.
It should be at the top.
So
Incredible.
anyway,
So that was the Canadian Tire dollar was our playtest currency. Like just to make the little thing go. So then someone actually like showed us a 0 and we're like, oh man, I didn't think it could happen. It seems kind of rare. We should make it give him a Canadian Tire dollar. Because there's no reason to remove the functionality. Just
I remember when I set up, when I was like, all right, let's do the Canadian Tire dollar run searching. I think the first time I tried to look at it was like 30 minutes of it, and here it was like 3. Like 1 attempt. Like
absolutely busted. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you
we
want to
lost
return
somebody.
to audio hell for half a second again?
Sure.
I think I have divined why you might have turned yourself down in Windows.
Okay.
You're sounding a little blown out, like you're
Oh shit.
maxing out a little bit.
That
Do you hear that, Kaz? Am I the only one
Yeah.
hearing that?
Yeah, I hear that.
okay. That
It wasn't like a distracting amount of it, but
It was just a small amount of it, and I thought, oh, that would be a reason
and
behind
that
the
would have been a
behavior.
reason for me to have made that change, because I don't like it when I mean, again, on my end, I'm still on just a headset.
Yes.
Um,
And like the mic quality of
in
those
my
is
in
catch
my
as catch can.
yeah. The big thing there was that my previous location was pretty poor for space.
Yes.
And having an actual mic set up was pretty untenable. But right now that I've moved, that actually I should honestly like fix that, because that's something I've been sort of living with for a long time. Streamed for like 9 years just using a headset mic.
Are you going to commit to getting a microphone arm
Perhaps.
to hold your microphone in optimal position?
I'm gonna put it back to 72, since that seemed to be the number, and then I'll put myself back here. And now, how's that? Do I sound less blown out?
Say
Quite
some
a bit.
things. I'll listen to the stream.
Okay, I mean,
yeah,
One
that's
pat.
true.
one
There's nothing wrong at all with my microphone boom arm. Thank you very much. It's a good one. You
Yeah.
actually see it in the background of like legit online radio shows and stuff.
That does
I was
sound
like,
a lot
oh, that's mine.
better. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Your
I
audio is
just
perfect, by the way.
I chased an audio problem that I created because I had forgotten that I had.
This is that's a classic.
That's a good one. You know what? I mean, what else were we doing here?
Just talking about cards, talking about whatever.
I thought this was a little more popular. I guess we have to wait for Caleb Durward to like finish whatever,
Sadly, like,
whatever he's doing.
Well, looking at like active players, this is the lowest number I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's fairly low.
I don't think I've seen below 300 before. So,
which is strange because this is not an unpopular format. I feel like if you talk to a lot of Magic players in the know, they all like Rise of the Eldrazi, but
I
It could
don't
be that.
know how. I think that's a little self-selecting, right? Like we all love it,
Yeah,
and
we all love it. Yeah.
I pay attention
Mm-hmm.
to people who love it, but I don't know how universal that is. And it's also like uh
I
10
get.
years old.
It is old. Yes.
12.
Part of it is that like the league also like ends tomorrow, so like
Yeah.
we're at the tail end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I was thinking, nope, the thought's gone.
Thought is
I was no
gone.
longer thinking. Uh,
Like if you don't think.
but no, the Rise is a format that I think is very polar.
I would believe that.
Um, yeah, so the flashbacks they're doing, triple Rise, triple Cons, triple War of the Spark. Well, you know what? I mean, we can.
You can look.
Manybot, thank you very much for the sub. We are waiting, so I created a Canadian Tire Dollar. Now,
Yeah,
MCG
look at
at
the news.
home. We want like this announcement page, maybe. War of the Spark. Okay. So next week, which starts tomorrow, is War of the Spark, and you keep the cards.
Mhm.
But then it's Cons of Tarkir, which is Cons of Tarkir, Cons of Tarkir, Cons of Tarkir. That's a Phantom draft. Then we have Core 2020,
A cursed set.
and that one you get to keep. Then we have Time Spiral Remastered,
More cursed sets.
and then
But
back,
ones we like.
and then back to. Is that just Dominaria? Yeah,
Just
Dominaria.
normal Dominaria.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know who. Is there? Is there like a group clamoring for this one?
Do you really want to open your veils of summer?
Like, why is this one like? Why are we creating these cards? And weird. Anyway, but Core 2020 is the Chandra Travel. I don't remember.
That the
Was that
Footlockers was Origins.
was that
And Origins
Bola?
was actually a fine
Was this Bolus
draft.
one?
Yeah, 2020 I think was like Nicol Bolas the Ravager. Or was that
Or was that like?
19?
Well, did I?
Or was Ravager was that actually Origins?
Because I think it was Chandra, Bolus, Teferi. Those are the three. I don't remember.
Yeah, Bolas the Ravager was 2019.
Okay, 2019 had the. Oh, it was the Elemental set. Oh,
Yeah.
this is the
Oh.
Risen Reef.
Oh, Risen Reef, not one of the cursed Omnaths, Locus of Mana or whatever. And then, yeah, Veil of Bummer, a whole bunch of just hateful cards. Yeah, Royal of the whatever. Locus of Mana.
By the way,
is,
enjoy this real magic card.
Yep. I hate this card. I hope it needs.
This is legitimate. You can get it at a store championships.
I
hate
thought they
this card
learned their
so much.
lesson with cryptic command texts.
I think that's the
Come
joke.
on.
My,
But
my,
they don't print jokes
my favorite.
like in the real. That
Actually, Kaz, the new unset has black border cards.
Yes.
what lands?
No.
No.
What?
Cards
Okay.
with
Okay.
actual
So
uneffects.
Oh Christ!
to talk about the new unset. For one, they got rid of silver border, which I think is a mistake. I think it's a mistake.
It's a huge mistake.
I'm on record that is a terrible idea. And anyway,
I mean, they probably no longer deal with the printing house that did it, and so it would be a super pain.
they still can. They've got rid of it purposefully. The reason is instead of having silver border, the uncards that are not legal
Have their foil stamp
have.
different.
I'm gonna pull up two cards. So you have this stamp and you have this stamp, and those are obviously
Circles.
different.
They're
Oh my
obviously
God.
different.
You can. Yeah. So this one that looks like nothing That's an acorn. If I go in there really,
Um,
really, really
sure.
close,
Uh-huh.
and
I
that
mean,
means
it's smaller than the other stamp.
yeah, but like so
So,
this is what means it's silver bordered.
mhm.
I guess they did that because maybe people don't like that their unlands are silver border. I don't know.
Well, the unlands weren't silver bordered. They
Yeah,
were
they
Yeah,
black.
never were.
They were
never
black
were.
border.
Yeah, that's what I thought you guys meant
No, they got
when
rid
you
of.
told me that they were printing black bordered
So
cards
no,
in Unset.
but so in back in this unset, this card right here, Carnival Carnivore, has no
Foil.
gem,
That's no foil marker.
which means this is a like legacy legal. Obviously, legacy is not where a 6 drop is. This is but it is legal in Magic. EDH is basically what
You
it.
you can put a
Um,
sticker on your didgeridoo.
So it means their main mechanic, these little stickers, those are black border legal.
uh-huh. That sounds wrong.
It is wrong, but they're doing it.
Um,
I,
boy.
to me, it's very funny because one of the things that got brought up is like at this point, how many secondary tools do you need to be able to like count like
Like how
show
many
all
tools?
variables in a game? Like, all right, you sit down, you pull out your deck, you pull out
Mhm.
your dice, you pull out the day-night cycle, you pull out the monarchy, you pull out initiative, you pull out your dungeons, you pull out your stickers, you pull out like I don't know. It's very
Yeah,
You
funny.
gotta have
it's starting to
you gotta have something to count energy gens. You could have
Okay, your
energy.
energy token. Are the stickers restickable? Yes. So you
yeah,
take the squirrel,
I
the,
heard about that.
um, like so the way stickers work is that they're just counters with like extra steps. Like you could make so we can have Urza's Angelic Herald. By the way, Angelic Herald, good joke. I like
And Gerald, he's Harold and he's
that.
angelic. Yes.
And it is a herald. Um, but so you can make like the you can add words, you can add double exalted or whatever.
Right, if they work like post-it notes, then you can use them maybe like 3 times before they stop working.
Yeah.
That's funny.
There's a note that's like, hey, if the sticker stops working, just use a piece of paper and mark it. I don't care. That's legal. Um. So, but yeah.
So what we're doing is we're turning Magic into one of those
Well,
like games that you would get. You know the like indie board game things that were
Something off
like
Kickstarter.
yeah,
Yeah.
or the ones from Germany where you can't make board games that are about war, so they're all about building stuff or like making ships or something. And every last one of them has a million different little tokens in it that you have to use to play the game, and they're just sort of made like that.
like you have like so playing like Agricola, which is like I think the biggest of the um like Euro games comes with like 2 million like cubes. You just get you get infinite cubes. Um, they're all different shaped cubes and such. For me, it always comes to like a Fantasy Flight game. I guess Fantasy Flight doesn't exist as a company anymore. They got eaten by. But like when you bought a game from them, you would get like 3 cardboard punch outs with 500 million different tokens. No matter what you're playing, like you could be playing like Go Fish, and somehow they would make a game of Go Fish come with 250 tokens. No one knows how they pulled it off, but they did. Um, yeah. I don't,
Well, you need that many in case you decide to eat some of them if you get a little peckish during the game.
yeah,
You gotta have them extras.
but yeah, the reason I say these are like counters is that they fall off if they ever enter anywhere that isn't a public zone. So they're not perpetual. They're anyway.
I kind of appreciate that they're doing weird stuff with Magic just because the game's old and like
It took me a while to like think on this, and I think my only problem is this stamp.
oh, the stamp is wrong,
That's
and
just
also
that's just incorrect to me.
silver border was also like a tradition, you know.
Yeah.
It was like you get your unset, you got your silver border.
Hey, President Ark, thanks for the sub.
Yeah, they'd only done it 3 times, and every time they had silver borders, and that was fine. You know,
It's also funny that they did these showing off cards, and the card they showed off that had the universal reaction of "Yo, I want to play with that" was Far Out.
But you can't.
Far Out here has the text. Basically, when you have a modal spell or ability, you may choose one or more modes.
hey, I designed that card. Wow.
However, it has the acorn.
That's the Mage's Register.
Yeah, but it's silver border because technically it doesn't work in the rules. And there are a couple cards to show off why this doesn't work in the rules. What's the Mary Band? What's the red white enchantment?
Yeah, that was the one that was given as the example in the little thing that I read.
So it's just the
I forget what is the name of the Mary something. It's like
Outlaws
Mary.
Merriment.
Outlaws Merriment.
Okay, so Outlaws Merriment has choose one at random, create a 3/1 with trample haste, 2/1 with lifelink haste, 1/2 with haste and blah. If you change this to choose one or more, it doesn't create 3 tokens. It creates 1 token with all 3 characteristics. The game doesn't know what to do with that. You have a 3/1, you have a 3/1, a 2/1, and a 1/2 simultaneously. It's not like they overwrite the values with the highest. It just becomes all of them. It gets wrong. So like,
I mean, I have a grammatical frustration with that construction. It's very easy to imagine just, the different subset of grammar that allows you to make multiple tokens if you have multiple modes. But okay, so I did read this
yeah,
the Rosewater thing about that one because I thought, okay, well, what's going on here? And the reason that he stated for them not wanting to ever make this like a real like black bordered non-acorn thing was that would prevent us from ever designing modal spells with mutually exclusive modes, which has really been bothering me since I read it because mutual exclusion is is
That's what modes do. Like if you choose these
you
2
do
modes of
a
cryptic commands, you don't
thing
choose the other 2,
or
right?
a different thing. They're by design mutually independent, not mutually exclusive. It's you like
I, I understand it from that from like the silly merriment bit because the like I think of it in Hearthstone. You would just like combine it and make the biggest token, right? Like think of there's that
oh yeah,
there's a druid card that just says
Wild shape.
choose all modes.
yeah. And so you get like instead of a 4/4 charge or a 4/6 taunt, you get a 4/6 charge taunt.
Yeah, and it just takes the highest value of everything.
Yeah.
But
The difference being that Hearthstone does not have comp rules,
correct,
whereas Magic does.
and that's what makes this, because the rules have to be consistent. In Silver Border, you can just hard say, like, here's the rule text, and Silver Border has this assumption of it just fucking works. Like, don't go to the rules. Whereas, like, once you get to comp rules, there's a breakdown under the hood with this.
They would have to rewrite the comp rules to
No, I
make
think they
this
would have
work.
to rewrite Outlaw's Merriment because it never should have been modal if that's really how it would work. I
That's
like for the
also not
sake of
untrue.
my god.
But it's weird. They have a lot of things to think about. Like the card is probably modal just for card
I think it was modal for
space.
card space, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they
Yeah,
would all fit on. So everything would fit on the card, and like that's the
yeah.
thing they have to think about.
Right. If this
There's a
were
lot of cards that work weirdly because of that.
right. Um. But yeah,
I
this
guess I
is.
should just like look at every single card in the game that says choose. Let's
Ooh,
mess
indicate
me up.
This.
that
Indicate.
this.
You.
All right, Scryfall, give me choose.
We're so close.
I was
I only have 1,520 cards to evaluate. Good.
The other thing about Far Out, that the card I had up, it's optional. It has a May on it. So like, if it results in something that is like, well, this is like stupid and kills me, then just don't do it.
like a demonic bargain or whatever.
Yeah, if you control demonic bargain and Far Out, maybe just choose like don't go with the May.
Yeah, don't choose the you lose the game part of it. Choose the draw 3 cards or whatever it's called. I don't even know what the actual
Actually,
card's called.
no, wait a minute. That would break demonic because it says
Choose-
choose one or more, and there's no like restriction on that choose one or more, right? Like, so you just always
says
choose.
No, it's just choose one that hasn't been chose before.
Yeah, but you overwrite the choose one with choose one or more.
So you just
choose all three of the top
Wait,
modes.
no. I think the way it would actually work is you get every combination of choices that you haven't chosen before.
ah.
So you can have if you have 4 modes, then you can pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 2 and 3, 1, 2, and 3.
Problem is, any of those that say 4 have lose the game.
Yeah, well, but
Just
you
don't choose
could.
those.
You could though.
Just have Platinum Angel in play. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's EDH. I was doing that with I've been on the sly, slowly design. I had this idea years ago of okay, when you make a cube, you make the cube by selecting cards, right? There's no reason to make a cube or you don't just make the cards and try that as like I've been trying that as like an exercise of design. Oh, you lost one.
Okay, so a cube where your 360 cards
They're all bespoke.
Are bespoke for the cube.
Yeah.
So you've made honestly at that point
at least. Yeah.
You're almost creating your own card game, right? Like
you basically are.
That's
That's
a Slay the Spire mod.
And there's at least one card idea that I had that I know would not work under the comp rules. But because it's just my own cube I was designing, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It just you know how it works when you read the card. It's a companion that the companion requirement is that you can't mulligan. and it does something when you reveal it as your companion. So
oh my god.
It locks you into a specific game mode.
Okay. No, I've actually been thinking about I've been playing Slay the Spire mods for a long ass time now on stream. And so I've been thinking about what I would do if I was making my own a little more directly. A few years back, Luke was like, yo, you should make one, and I didn't have any experience at all looking at them, so that didn't go anywhere.
Now you're an expert.
But now I've played 100 of them. But the two I had in my mind as far as a mod idea, not mechanically, I haven't even gotten anywhere near what I do there. One was Stray the Spire, which is just the cat from Stray, but in Slay the Spire, and you play as a cat. I don't think there's enough meat on that bone for a class. I think it's just a joke, but I think it's a pretty decent joke.
I think you could make a robust cat class. I'm going to disagree with you there.
Probably, but the problem is I think I've played the robust cat class.
Yeah.
The other one though that I think might have already existed if parts of it may have already existed as like a class is the Zyborn clock,
Ooh.
Ooh.
where you get to play as Johnny, and all your cards are like, you know,
Your deck starts with 5 aces.
well, you have to get your aces. The aces are your strikes, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's been on my mind. You get some incredible, like, because there's enough meat on the Zyborn clock bone for ideas for card names, and
And some relics too. Like the Zyborn clock could be a relic, and then the flavor text for the relic would
like
be, "This is a toy for adults."
right? Well, also, like the class would have to be a orb class that starts with 4 orbs that have in some way the first becomes the second becomes the third becomes the fourth, and the fourth goes back to the first, right? Like
Yes,
we
4
have,
balls on the edge of the cliff.
we have
Yeah,
to
okay, so whenever you channel an orb, like a little text bubble should pop out of Johnny that says "Time works the same way," and he just says, "Eh."
No,
Yeah.
okay, here's your first way that mechanic would work. Is like the front orb is
'Cause-
the orb, but it does something, and then whenever you channel an orb, it just shifts every orb forward.
Yeah, because like there is a card in Defect that's just like evoke your front orb, put it in the back.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
common.
That's just a common, and nobody really plays that because like evoking an orb and keeping it is usually not worth a card because
Yeah,
you have double
it's
cast in your base deck.
if you get a 0 cost version of it, it's fine in the scrape deck, but that's basically it.
Yeah. Yeah, you basically have to be set on like a very, very specific deck. And then again, most of the time it's worse than double cast. But
Most of the time.
I think the only problem with trying to develop an entire like Slay the Spire mod of this and coming up with ideas for cards in it and so on is that you would have to immerse yourself in all that is Zyborn
yeah.
The thing is, you could do that in an afternoon. There's not a
Well,
lot. You have a lot of
I'm-
creative liberty.
Well, yes, but it's sort of like it's like time and a half on your life total,
True.
right? Like
You pay for
gonna-
it's again when they say Twitter is free, but you're casting for blood, right?
you say that, yeah, warlock blood casting.
Does.
Because like I'm just thinking there's all there's your different characters. There's like, and every one of the running themes of a Slay the Spire class is you steal everything. So you have all this art you can steal for it. You know, there's a ton of like little bits. There's the flow chart. Like clock goes back in time here. I forget all I forget all the things that happen on the flow chart, but there's the flow chart and all the characters in the flow chart.
Now, would Johnny be priced into always fighting the time cop?
Well, don't forget that the whole thing is supposed to be electropunk, right?
Yes.
Like instead of steam operated technology, it's all Tesla coils.
Yes. Ooh, I could use the map of the town. There's the town that we got made that's like that has like this just awful map. There's so much for it.
Okay.
A
lot of meat on the bone.
Anyway, that's an idea that's in the back of my mind, and I might mull it over. Holy shit, we're here!
Shit. Deathless
Hooray!
Angel.
Oh my god! All right, so Deathless Angel is pretty
The
goddamn
dragon.
big. There's dragon, and
It's your frigate.
Battle Rattle Shaman, Battle Rampart, Virulent Swipe.
one of the big things about it is that it's not competing with a ton of like must pick low things.
Yeah.
Like we green
Like
only has Snake Umbra.
Like Snake
Right.
Umbra and Seagate Oracle are like fine guys. I like Battle Rattle Shaman a lot,
Like
but
Pen and Blade is the kind of thing that you want to end up with rather than seek out.
If we pick Deathless
yeah,
Angel, the deck this goes in is more of the we either are going into like green white, playing this on like 4 laughably, which could be very good, or like top end of the level up
Like a
deck.
So I
Yeah,
mean, I
lovely.
personally think that this is a cursed choice.
Yeah, I agree because
I would even lean towards Seagate Oracle or something over that, but I understand.
I'm gonna try it because it's a direction that is uncommon with what we end up doing.
Inquisition of Kozilek.
Yeah, we talked about constructed cards that made their mark.
This
out
is
of
probably
this
the biggest one. If we
Um,
do want to go in on blue-white level up, there's Venerated
Venerated
Teacher.
Teacher
Teacher's
is
right there.
the big fucking deal
That's
in
the
that
card
deck.
you want.
This card generates like 12 mana worth of interactions when you play it.
Emrakul's Hatcher and Wildheart Invoker are all and Smite. There's some decent cards in here.
Yeah.
I would never pick Skywatcher Adept over Venerated Teachers, but that is the guy you want.
One of the things about doing this is the draft is that this is the draft. This is the deck that I rarely am on, right? Like, we've done a number of Rise decks, and I think I end up on like red, green.
It's
Oh,
red,
you're
green,
never
or blue,
training
green
grounds?
like
Yeah.
a million times. But
Yeah.
Venerated Teacher is a cool guy.
I mean, again, if we're in the blue-white deck, this is the card we want to have as far as making things work. Again, you have to take everything in a very different light in here, and also maybe we find other things we want other than this card. Why is this auto-selected? That's the worst card in the pack.
Ha 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 ha! Puncturing Light.
That card is terrible.
Power 3 or less. Incredible.
What do we even pick here? There's
one
of the Umbros, McKindy Griffin.
Yeah, there's an Umbra. There's
Soul Sister.
Zulaport.
Zulaport is an idea.
Soul's Attendant isn't the worst, but it's kind of the worst. Because, like, Eldrazi spawn happened, so you end up gaining a lot off that. Soulbound Guardians kind of suck. McKinney Griffin ain't great.
Medium picks.
With that,
now we don't want Puncturing Light. You're just going to pick up the Zulaport?
Yeah, I like Zulaport.
In case the direction changes.
Fine.
And then that's
like Johnny Lifestrider. Hero, Johnny Lifestrider.
My God.
I mean, I'm just laughing because of
Nest Invaders. Champions Drake is probably the one that we actually want.
Yeah, this is actually like Nest Invader is the one that lets me move off into like trying to do the green-white thing.
Right, because honestly, like a 1/1 flying for 2 isn't even that bad in this format.
You're not wrong. Yeah, but Nest Invader, Pauper All-Star, but still thinking about Johnny
Is this the first Rune Servitor? First time that showed up? I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think this is a reprint on this set.
They've had that effect plenty of times. It's weird. It's never been good. Vendetta, huh?
Yeah, we're seeing... This is weird with colors.
Yeah, blue looks like it's kind of drying up.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, sure, there's a bunch of, like, green cards here, but are there really?
Well, like, Naturalize is a card I want exactly one of as my 23rd. Ancient Stirrings is, like, fine. Well, that, again, talking about constructed cards. Talking about constructed cards.
It's not even that good in Limited, yeah. Like, whereas Balaged Scorpion is positively excellent if you're in black. And
the Smite is also fine, is the thing.
Target blocked creature. Oh, it's a lot harder to get work.
The problem here is that we're not seeing any of the white we want. Like, we haven't seen a single level up creature in white, right? Like,
yeah. I think that's fine by me. We just, like, say goodbye to our first pick and we're, like, blue-black levelers, because now we have Induced Despair. Hey.
Induced Despair. That's fine. That happens sometimes. And the other packs might... I can't even imagine of what a black-white deck is in this format.
I have no idea. Bad levelers, like... Okay, there's a Caravan Escort.
Yeah, Dread Drone is telling me that black is open.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty reasonable card. Black, green, and blue, or black, green, and red get Eldrazi drones.
Look at that Gloom
I would be fine with the escort too. I didn't want to, like, pull you off of that necessarily.
I'm not certain if this fits in, even if we are black blue, but you're right that it is a sign that black is a lot more open. Haze Frog, yeah.
Yep. Haze
Man.
Frog.
Haze Frog doesn't fit into any plan. It's great.
Is that the third explosive revelation?
Yes.
We're at this part of the draft where the packs are empty. Ooh, Virulent Swipe.
That one's fine. I don't know if Inquisition's a card I want in this set.
I don't think it is. I would rather have the Cleaver.
Yeah, or even the Smite.
Yeah.
There's gonna be decks it'll be fine against, but that's unusual.
Life Strider.
I refuse Glory Seeker because if that's in your deck, you've made a mistake.
All a good
Yo, I like
Scorpion.
the Scorpion though.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sick.
so now
Black
now
looking
we have
like it's got the most playable stuff in it. I took the Revelation on the hope that the other two tabled, because if all three tabled, then like, you know.
so now all we need to do is open Soul Carver Demon
How about Nurkana Revenant?
or Hell Carver Demon.
How about Drana?
You know, Drawn is the actual one. I said Hell Carver because
It's funny.
the card's very funny and basically unplayable.
Hey.
Echo Mage.
Okay.
All right, so now we want like
Okay.
See
How-
Beyond.
Yeah, how good is Echo Mage actually? What else is here?
Venerated Teacher, Zulaport,
Yeah,
Enforcer, Vendetta,
another teacher.
Drake Umbra.
Drake Umbra is also very good.
Those are all like reasonable picks here.
Stagger Shock, Raid Bombardment.
And then we're seeing. Then here's the cards I was more on, where like here's
Growth
Growth Spasm, Stagger Shock. Think about that Drake Umbra. That's a way to win games.
Echo Mage kind of requires other stuff to be good. Teacher and Drake Umbra just kind of work.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with the Umbra as a card that just wins the game on resolution a lot of the times. Even if it's like Balagid Scorpion picks up and flies. Flyers are like very, very
They're good. The ground gets
good in
gummed up.
this. But this is allowed to copy your opponent's spells, yes. It's copy any. I think out of here I'm fine picking Drake too, because like Echo Mage, Vendetta, Venerated Teacher, and Zulaport are all cards I'm super happy to have. So hopefully one of them tables, especially with like what the rest of that pack looks like.
Hard Gomazoa Narcolepsy though.
Narcolepsy, Cadaver Imp.
Cadaver Imp also very
Ew.
good.
And green is actually real here.
Skittering Invasion. Oh, Oust as well, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot. Evolving Wilds.
The Narc is a better pickup than the Oust just because we like our blue more than we like our white. Even though I think Oust is probably a little better. Like Cadaver Imp will wheel. We know how this table is doing.
Hell, the Oust might too. I don't know.
Or Puncturing Light.
Okay.
Gul'Draw's Assassin.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Woo! Like I was
seeing
being
that
greedy.
with Null Champion in here too.
Yeah.
I was being greedy. I wanted that Echo Mage to be Enclave Cryptologist, but this guy's better.
Look at what we're passing.
Here.
Forked Bolt, Kiln Fiend, Vent Sentinel. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we should because we're not even remotely in red. But
This is the
like,
first
wow.
time red's been real in here.
Null Champ Predator.
Okay, so let's get your Skywatcher Adept.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Skywatcher
probably
Adept.
Pawn's
Pawn
good
of
in a different
Ulamog.
deck.
Pawn of Ulamog is good.
Brood Warden's gonna
Brood Warden is an entire deck like concept.
Yes. Well, these two together right here are this trio, right?
Yeah.
Like,
My God.
And
Brood Birthing, Dread
Prophetic
Drone
Prism.
also.
Prophetic
Prism
Prism
Heat
is
Ray, incredible.
Gravitational Shift is funny, but like
You'll die. It's a 5-mana enchantment that doesn't do anything.
Mortician Beetle.
When a player sacrifices a creature.
Well, that's every Eldrazi spawn.
There's There's also another Scorpion or a Dread Drone here.
We know the Scorpion will just come back.
Yeah. I kind of believe in the Beetle. Other thing I would want is like Sea Beyond.
The
just
Beetle will make
generically.
Dread Drone better for us. Like that'll make Dread Drone
Yeah.
like a card we like.
I have so many 1-mana black cards in this deck.
That's kind of great, actually.
Hey, can we pick up a Bloodthrone Vampire to go with our Mortician Beetle?
If we then pick up a Pawn of Ulamog, then we're talking.
Yeah, we love the Bloodthrone Pawn Poggers.
Arrogant Bloodlord, Lamentor.
Yeah, here we go. Now we're getting back up into the
Hey,
crap.
remember Realms
Finesse.
Uncharted?
I don't. I don't remember this card.
When this card was spoiled, people were like, oh my god, it's Gifts Ungiven.
It's gifts ungiven for lands.
So sad. Hunter's okay.
You know what is a gift ungiven for lands? Gifts ungiven.
Oh boy.
Or Zulaport Enforcers.
Order on Vendetta
other-
number 2.
Vendetta number 2 is probably better.
Cadaver as we said, made it back. Okay.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Not surprised to see Hand of Emrakul not doing anything. That one is actually stinky.
Yeah, Hand of Emrakul the bad one.
Yep.
So now we do want one Chutzpah card. We haven't gotten one yet.
Null Champion back, thank you.
Yeah.
The champ's pretty good.
So when we didn't pick the Venerated Teacher number 2 over Drake Umbra, that was correct. Now we actually have, I think, 5 or 6 level up cards. So next Venerated Teachers we see have a lot more value. As you can see, a lot of the level up cards are like 1 and 2s. So the teacher can, holy shit.
Hey.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Okay.
Now our Bloodthorn Vampires are great.
And now, as mentioned, mono black almost looks like a plan, but we have enough. Like blue here has enough that I want to be playing it, right? Like,
yeah, they're all single blue.
Yeah. Drake Umbra is a card that can win the game. Teacher's a card that can win the game. Skywatcher Adept is actually a card that can win the game. 4 power flyer common. Dread Drone coming
Dread
around.
Drone.
Nice.
Not of this world.
Not of this world gets played. The card says power and not CMC, so it gets played in Dark Depths.
Oh shit!
To protect your token.
That's very funny.
It's like an occasionally a sideboard card.
I like this because this is reasonably different than what we normally are on. The black, I think we've done the. Oh my god, it's Aura Finesse.
Aura Finesse.
We've done the like I know we've done the Pont of Ulamog stuff, like Pont of Ulamog plus
Yeah, Bloodthorn Vampire specifically
Bloodthorn.
is.
I think we've done this fall Corpse Hatch.
Corpse Hatch.
Corpse Hatch getting the job done. I think we've done this deck once, but I'm happy to give it another redo here.
Corpse Hatch is obviously the pick. I'd be happy to wield that Frostwind Invoker.
That'd be a good one to have as well. Really liking this. Again, this pack has a lot more of these big picks where like Predator, Battlement, Hatcher, all are very powerful ramp tools. Blue has its flying going on here. Sky Scout's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, Sky Scout's pretty good.
Then Sentinel is the key card in a different deck. Totem Guide even is this is a good card.
Yeah, Totem Guard Heart Beast.
Because it can tutor removal.
Yeah.
Even like Stomper Cub isn't the worst.
Notable about Corpse Hatch, we're still in the era of targeting non-black.
Yep. Yeah, our black removal all doesn't kill black things. Renegade enters the battlefield. Oh, it's Distortion Strike.
This could be the Evolving Wilds too, if I wanted. Yeah, whenever a creature comes into play, you can have Renegade Doppelganger become that creature, which is very, very bad with our level up creatures.
Level up. It's also bad with tokens. You play your Dread Drone.
Yeah, it just doesn't really work out with that. Might actually be on Evolving Wilds over the Distortion Strike. I'm not sure on that.
Reasonable.
Yeah. If we had another one of the vampire sacrifice lady things, then I'd like Distortion Strike more, but we only have the one.
I kind of want to be able to fix for what we have in here. Oh, now finally, so this is the reason white is one of the colors you want in the level up deck.
Because the white level up guys are fine even when they haven't leveled up yet. But there's just nothing
Or
in
a
here for
Gnarlid.
this, huh?
No, there really isn't.
We don't want repaying kind.
No, this card costs 7 and doesn't do anything. The white in here is fine. I'm just not really playing it. I might pick it anyway because there's nothing in here I care about. So, like, pick Knight anyway. I'm not playing Induced Despair, actually, because we don't have much to reveal to it.
Yeah, you play Induced Despair when you have a Ulamog's Crusher to reveal.
Cadaver Imp. Actually, you just want to pick up a Seagate Oracle?
That's a good card. This card doesn't do anything, right?
I always think it's Captured Sunlight or whatever, which that card actually did things, but no, Angel Heart Vial doesn't.
Yeah.
Seagate Oracle's alright. The Imp's pretty good. Stupid Dongler.
I know, there's Dongler if I wanted to drop blue for white to go back into that side, but we lose
But other
Teacher
white
on
is
that.
so bad.
Again, Knight of Cliffhaven's the only card in there I'm really on. Obviously, and Angel, but
Yeah. You could pick up 4 more Evolving Wilds and play 3 color.
oh boy.
There's no fixing in this format. Hedron Matrix, huh? Is that our over the top?
That's bad at being it over. It's terrible at being it
Oh,
over
right,
the top.
I was thinking Eldrazi Conscription. No, but
Yeah.
And again, here's the white level up cards finally showing up in pack 3.
let's pick up a Cadaver Imp.
Yeah, that or the Deprive.
And so if it's our second Cadaver Imp, then we can loop them.
I guess Hedron Matrix can give our guys
Oh.
like +3/+3. Yep. They're kind of cutthroat. Is that... Yeah, I think that's better than Halimar Wave Watch.
Yeah, First Strike Death Touch.
Usually.
Obviously,
it's
Island
usually
Walk
better.
and...
The 6 toughness compared to 4. It's a lot better, and like Island Walk can sometimes be unblockable.
Maybe we'll be able to the Bloodright Invoker or something. Perish the thought. Guess this is off shade.
Yeah.
I'm playing Lagak Lizard. Just a lizard.
Yep.
They put Hill Giant in this set.
Yeah, they here's it's like we've got Kozilek's Predator at home. Another Evolving Wilds if you want, or a Seagate Oracle to be a pretty good guy.
Only one Venerated Teacher in this deck. That's a bit of a...
Yeah, we're going to be leveling up our levelers normally. Damn you, Hamid of Emrakul. Annihilator 1. You pick up the Cleaver.
Yep.
You have Flyers.
So yeah, white... I'm sad white didn't work out till pack 3. Because, like, but black really does look good here.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy about that. Even, obviously this looks junk, but... Like, the Zool Point Enforcers,
And the Gul'Draz's Assassin just wins the game on his own.
Yeah, Gul'Draz's Assassin just says your opponent can't play creatures until they're at, like, Ulamog levels, and you can kill them before that, so... Alright, let's get a deck together out of this. Get out of here, get out of here.
So we didn't have our totem, big guy.
No,
we didn't see any.
Our biggest
Angel.
Our big guy at the end of the day is like Drake Umbra.
Drake Umbra. Yeah. Maybe the Cleaver.
Okay. Island this way.
Yeah, I kind of like Uger's Cleaver a lot more when we have like Cadaver Imp, the Bat, like a bunch of like little whatever flyers, and then
let's play our cool stuff first.
Yeah.
There's Asparagus, kind of Cutthroat, Pot of Ulamog, Corpse Hatch. Venerated Teacher, Skywatcher's Adept, Champion's Drake is probably fine because we actually have a sizable number of these bodies. Narcolepsy gets the job done.
Yeah, Mulligan Scorpion is great. You can play the imps. If we're playing bad creatures like the Scorpion and the imps, then Virulent Swipe gets a little better.
Yeah. Looking at like this, and then Virulent Swipe. Do I want the Beetle? The Beetle's only good with the Vampire.
How much
Pawn.
incidental
The
spawn did we end up with?
Corpse Hatch.
Not a lot then.
Yeah.
That's where Mortician Beetle like thrives. Is when you have a lot of things.
Yeah.
You could just play the drone.
Or like Gloom Hunters as just junk
Dust
evasive Duskimp.
Something to put an Ogre's Cleaver on.
Yeah.
I will again note that Mortician Beetle says whenever a player sacrifices a creature, so your opponents won't be able to sacrifice Eldrazi spawn without making it huge either. And those are all over the place in this format.
True.
That could make it a sideboard card. Like if we know our opponent's like heavy on the like, because if they're playing like level up, then the card just might not do anything.
Well, it's more colors than not because it's black, green, red. The problem is none of the other cards I'm really excited about. Zoff Shade just is terrible as a shade goes. One pump and it's still a bad creature. Like,
So it's like Beetle or Dread Drone or Gloom Hunter or like.
Or Last Kiss is also just like.
Last Kiss is not.
Last Kiss is the definition of a sideboard card. That comes in against someone who just shut you out with Dongler Invoker.
Yeah.
All right.
We commonly play 18 lands in this format, not our deck. The very funny thing is, all of the Zendikar sets you would commonly play 18 lands in.
Yeah, because the landfall.
Yeah, even the aggressive ones wanted like landfall triggers to be consistent.
In limited, there's a lot of good shades. That's actually so. Like when you think of constructed shades, like they're, Nantuko shade was huge 30 years ago, but 25 years ago. But
it's like a gray ogre with the shade ability is a good card in limited.
Yeah, in limited, like I remember, like Gateway Shade was an ass kicker, or like, because the ones that are actually black for +1/+1 get the job done. The problem is Zoff Shade is worse on rate, and in a world where big creatures exist. So like it takes 3 pumps for this to match an Crusher.
Like Zendikar had Crypt Ripper, who had his own haste.
All right, now we're gonna be here for a while looking for opponents.
What's I guess I missed the conversation. What's the scenario around Virulent Swipe?
Just our crappy creatures. Is there something you like better?
Well, no, I don't understand how it's a consideration to be played at all.
+2 power, like
+2 power and Death Touch.
For one.
When we have like imps in our deck that are
for me, it's like things like Seagate Oracle and Cadaver Imp and Pawn and such. It lets them trade and then crack back with a higher damage total.
I guess I like it more than Gloom Hunter. Okay.
Okay.
For me, the big thing
I've never seen a scenario where it gets cast at all. I think it's one of the most useless cards that's ever been made.
Again,
it's wild.
The 2 power on it is why I'm fine with it on here. We can use it as like a way to push a little bit more through.
It's just going to be a learning opportunity for me, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll see. And I guess we do have like vendettas sitting around too. So we're not like out of it.
Yeah, because
like that.
Because like as far as removal goes, we have Assassin, Vendettas, and Corpse Hatch.
A big one at the top.
And Narcolepsy.
Yeah, Corpse Hatch.
So
yeah, hopefully that's a pretty good removal suite actually. Like if you only have Vendetta or only have Narcolepsy or something, you can get colded in this format.
Watch us get paired against them on a black deck and have to board out our vendettas
Fuck. Oh god.
for last kiss.
Oh god. If we have play against the mono black opponent,
It's fine. It's fine. They'll still have Ulamog's Crushers.
it's like we'll have to board
Yeah,
out.
we can vendetta Ulamog's Crusher, and
It's
we'll like
some-
it.
I've
Goddammit.
done
Look,
it.
it's sometimes the right thing.
If we find third land, this hand's very good. Are we on? Did we win the? Did we win the
We
flip?
won the flip. We're on the play.
We got
50-50.
play. This hand it kind of rolls if we find the third land, and it kind of.
I'm willing to again
Yeah.
2 draw steps, and we don't care what it is because of Seagate.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Bloodthrone plus Pawn of Ulamog.
That's the reason
Oh.
I'm super in on
That's
this.
pretty
Man.
incredible by itself.
Okay. Easy squeezy, beautiful cover girl. Hide information.
Yeah. That is the reason I played the swamp there, is so I don't reveal color too.
Flame slash. Yum.
I refuse.
Man, throwing flame slash and bloodthorn vampire. They have a mighty need.
And I go with most power.
I mean, what it probably means is that they have
A lot
like
of
other
removal.
removal spells.
Or
That's fine. Our hand is great against removal.
Yeah.
We can make the cutthroat, we can make the oracle. I don't envision they block. Yeah, Secret Oracle blocks that guy like a champ.
Yeah.
Land gets us Umbra. But if we also draw another land, then we'd rather have the Ogre's Cleaver. We have things to do with our mana, even if we don't draw land next turn.
Yeah. And if creatures die, we end up with tokens anyway to be able to like.
Yeah. Tokens pick up the cleaver. It's kind of the idea.
Yeah, or even tokens pay for our cleaver if need be.
Yeah.
You're a raid bombardment deck. Okay.
That makes sense.
Makes Balagat Scorpion pretty better.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
So I started blasting.
Well, here's this unreasonable card. Good luck.
Oh.
I was gonna say that maybe
What?
they have an edict, but we get a spawn
Why-
token for that.
That is a thirsty block.
Okay.
Magmavore.
Sack I mean, okay, I understand their deck, you know. They just don't have the spawn tokens to make it work.
Hmm.
5 in the air, level up Guldra's Assassinate with 2/2.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Because if we can
That's
get it to
great.
4/4, it's, you know. God, Drake Umbra is doing some wild nonsense.
Yeah, doing some heavy lifting.
I'm sold on that.
Yeah.
got me on that one.
So they have to sack non-land permanents to the maw. Everything is fuel
Yeah.
for the Magmaw.
Magmaw's decent.
What our opponent is missing is all of their spawn producers.
Right.
Yeah, they need that.
Yikes.
Isn't that very good for them?
Yeah, that's pretty
yeah.
decent.
That's brutal.
Kind of annoying.
Well, we're still gonna kill their Magnivore for free.
No, we're not. We're losing our board.
Oh, they're well, yes.
Um, deciding if this spawn token's worth 4 life right now.
I now understand why they aggressively got rid of Bloodthrone Vampire.
Yeah. So anyway, they're gonna sack Pot of Ulamog. Pot of Ulamog will trigger, and that'll give them another thing to be able to sack to kill the assassin. And that means they have the assassin, dead. And what do we do? That sort of thing. So, of course, what it also means is they're just on Magma, but talking about cards that don't answer the problem. Still probably worth it.
Yeah, it's still probably worth it.
Because Narcolepsy on anything else doesn't function.
Yeah. And this will at least stem the bleeding.
Okay.
Means if they do draw their
Hatcher or something.
Ulamog's Hatcher, then yeah, then we're in big trouble. Got blown out by their Threaten. Threaten is good in this format.
Very, very playable here. When Ulamog's Crusher comes down and you go, thanks. Oh, I don't want them to have plays.
Rapacious one.
That one's a good play, too. But whenever we take damage, they get that many tokens.
That many spawn tokens.
Alright, yeah. We need, Corpse Hatch off the top or something like that. That ain't it.
We can double block the Rapacious one. And it'll just no, it inner tramples over still.
Yeah.
4-3. They're gonna get 2 things. They're gonna get to kill our.
They get to kill our board.
Okay.
I think we lose this one because their hand is also just top. Okay.
Holy crap.
Okay.
I was going to say, the thing I was going to say is that their hand is just haymakers. They had 2 cards in hand, missed a land drop, and they had a couple cards where they whiffed on plays. So their hand is just 5s and 6s. And that being their last one, that's...
Yeah, the Rapacious one will make them mana, and they can just destroy everything.
That is the end of the
die.
game.
Yeah.
Okay, the Threaten deck.
Alright. So I want more copies of Bloodthrone Vampire. We don't have those.
I think we just ship it back. I think our opponent's deck is just better than ours, and we're going to have to...
I think we just... If I could have a piece of removal on Magma that wasn't... if that was Vendetta instead of Narcolepsy, and we still would have died to the Threaten.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't
Corpse
think...
Hatch.
Yeah.
They have to have targets for Balaget, Scorpion, and their Raid Bombardment deck, right?
Yeah.
That is the idea.
And Last Kiss doesn't really kill anything.
Right, they showed us nothing that targets.
Okay, lands and spells.
This is not lands and spells. Ha! Well, all right, you're kind of cutthroat.
Up to you.
You're our only hope. And by that I mean Seagate Oracle. You're our only hope.
I just want you to know we're all counting on you.
And by that I mean Zulaport Enforcer.
Okay. We have many hopes.
They have a few hopes.
We found some hopes.
Our plan is to kill them with Nirkana Cutthroat.
Yep.
Everything for
Birthing.
one.
How very, very sad. In for 3.
Did
You were thinking of leveling up the
No.
Cutthroat?
kind of, because we could have still played Zilliport Enforcer on the turn, but
Yeah.
It's kind of this
medium.
insulates us against Heat Ray, though.
My idea was I wanted a little bit of, but like,
Because like here we can do the same thing where we just level up Nirkana Cutthroat and then like
play
our
your choice of Enforcer or Skywatcher.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Skywatcher because that becomes a flying threat, which they don't have a lot of good answers to.
Okay, they don't have Heat Ray. Bash in. They decide not to take 7.
Okay.
Are we winning because they're off color? Flame Slash.
Okay, Flame Slash, we get a guy.
Here's our token.
I mean, the really devastating stuff that they can do is threaten and sacrifice.
Yes.
But they need the sacrifice outlet first.
So, yeah, we just, up your nose with a rubber hose.
Ugh. You failed to play your walls, and now you're getting beaten down by little shitters.
This is working. Oh, they finally found their color. Shit.
They found their
All right.
swamp, but what does that? I guess that just means we level up the Enforcer then, right? Because
Yeah.
they can't like vendetta it or whatever.
Right. They didn't play their own Bloodthrone Vampire.
Last Kiss. Okay. We played Null Champion, right?
Yeah, we played Null Champion.
Or I guess we could. Oh, there's no reason to level up the Skype.
It doesn't. Yeah, we want Null Champion.
Guess we attack first. If we draw a land, they could just be dead to our.
They did do a flyer
sure.
regardless.
Okay.
All right, bowl to
Sick.
4.
Well, he's got a mulligan to 4. It's fine.
That's how we do it. We just go ahead and mulligan to 4.
Shout out to Seagate Oracle.
Yeah, that card smoothed that one out.
Undid at least some mulliganing.
I did not win a mold of 2 in this format. I want a mold of 2 in Origins.
Yeah.
But yes. Okay, so their deck doesn't do anything for 5 turns. I'm almost thinking this Valaget is just dead. They have like the brood birthing, but like no, they have the brood birthing. They must have more cards if they're playing brood birthing, right?
Yeah, it's probably the one that like deals 1 damage and makes it spawn.
Spawning Breath.
Spawning Breath.
Yeah, hopefully our Mortician Beetle gets to do well.
Yeah, the Beetle.
I really want I want one game where Mortician Beetle gets to eat them alive.
Huh. On the draw.
Awkward, but I'm on the draw, and I think I'm okay with it.
All right, they have their colors.
Yep.
Human Warrior.
Doesn't he gain like fake intimidate?
Cannot be blocked except for by black creatures.
Yeah, fake intimidate. Awesome.
There it is.
There's Spawning Breath.
Well,
that's fine.
nevertheless.
We traded mana on mana.
Well, and I also do have Valiant Scorpion, so.
Mhm. This time we've got Vendetta, so we can actually kill things. We can kill their spawn and then block their Bloodright Invoker. We can kill their blood.
Ooh.
We can not Valagate Scorpion their Bloodthrone Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can't do much to that.
We've got Narcolepsy we can draw.
Or,
We got Gul'Draz's Assassin.
um,
This at least limits their options a bunch.
I don't want them
Yeah.
to be able to like play Brood Birthing because they've missed land drops, and they seem like a deck that needs to be operating on like 6 mana. Okay, that's 4.
The swipe here lets us tango in combat with the Bloodright, with the vampire too.
Yeah. I think I take 4 here and then try to get the swipe next turn.
Yeah, that or blocking the Bloodright Invoker are both reasonable. The swipe might, yeah, swipe's pretty good too. Although
Yeah,
we
block
can
on
go,
either one is basically the same thing.
yeah, we can Gul'Draz's double level up next turn if we don't hold up mana.
Although if you are blocking, it should be Bloodthrone because
Yeah, they'll
then
sack and then
you take less damage.
Mhm.
Boy, the way removal lines up.
yeah. I mean, we saw our opponent last time with a. So
Magmar.
I'm doing it this way to represent different threats, even though I realize it limits me
Yeah.
a little bit more. I feel like this is more correct. If they have a threat and we're in a horrible way, that's annoying.
Flame Slash. That was going to happen no matter when.
Yeah, no stopping that one. I'm just glad it's not on our final creature, but the problem is like we're out of board.
Well, if this goes to plan, then so are they.
Okay.
All right.
And Cadaver Imp. Damn.
Ouch. This
Can we get,
is
can we get one of those?
this is painful to look at. Yeah, you can have
Yeah.
this. Okay.
What if we just have a Draconic Cutthroat with a cleaver?
No.
Dang, double flame slash.
Yeah,
huh?
we're not.
All right.
We're
Yeah, we're pretty roasted. Their removal works on our creatures, and our
Our
removal
removal-
does not work on theirs.
That's basically
fine.
the rub of this game is that we have drawn both vendettas when our opponent has drawn the mono black side of their deck.
We didn't know they had Bloodthrone Vampire.
We kind of knew they had Bloodthrone Vampire.
Right, but we're not boarding out vendetta in
Yeah,
this
there's
matchup.
just
Magmar needs to die.
What were our real board options?
It would be what they did, where they probably boarded their Vendetta into Last Kiss. I bet that's what they did.
I still think we need to kill Magmar. I think that's too important.
Okay. We're 3 level ups from getting Regenerate.
That's a ways off. I can throw it out of the cleaver and punch in. They'll have to sack the token and the vampire. That could be okay.
That could be okay. It is attack for 9. We just hope to draw. We hope they're out of removal, and we hope we draw Drake Umbra?
They have a threaten. We're dead. They have the Magnetic Core. The moment they
Okay.
the moment they didn't block, it was 100%.
Okay.
Well, we won the game
Alright,
where
good
we
talk.
mulliganed to 4, and we lost our others.
So we
That's
should have just mulliganed to 4 again.
in
Why didn't we do
probably.
Mm,
Clearly, I did not realize how bad. Like from the first 2 games, I did not think that Vendetta was going to be that bad there. But wow,
that? Yeah, they got us in
yeah,
game 3.
because in game 1 and 2, in game 1 they controlled 1 swamp. In game 2, they were off black forever. So I thought their black was more of a splash, but no, it was a main color.
Yeah, I think we keep this. It's very speculative,
What
but
am I throwing down?
probably the cleaver.
Yeah,
Like we just hope to draw one of our level up guys here, or a swamp.
speaking of,
Hey.
okay,
that's a level up guy. Alright.
that is a level up guy. And there's Knight, Helmar Wave Watch, sure.
Helmar Wave Watch.
Crap. They might be a better version of our deck.
Yeah, they might be the deck we were thinking about when we were doing the draft. Do it.
Yeah, if they have the
Do
teacher
it.
here.
Do it. Fuck me up.
No, they're doing it.
Hell yeah!
Hey.
Hell yeah!
Time to get crushed.
So, count how much mana that venerated teacher has produced.
So that one is minimum value was only 8.
Only 8 mana
Only
for
8
that
mana.
venerated teacher.
Incredible.
Any other guys still kind of suck, so we're still going to be able to tangle here for a while.
Problem is we can't actually tangle on an 06.
Oh, we got the narcolepsy. When it becomes a 6/6, I mean, we're not going to be able to attack. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get run over. Is what I mean.
Here's my worst teacher. All right.
Champion Drake.
And that
Just a
immediately.
1/1 right now.
That's not a 1/1 right now.
Okay, now they have to level up the Wave Watch. I could block the Caravan Escort.
That might have been better. That was probably better. I was thinking that this was like,
Oh, but now we can Cadaver Imp back our venerated teacher.
ooh.
And we can block the champion Drake forever with our Cadaver Imps.
You know, if we have Pawn of Ulamog, that loop generates us
Value.
little guys.
I need to
Yeah, we could-
narcolepsy the Wave Watch at some point.
Yeah, it's 2 levels off from bashing our head, and it's level up 3, right?
2.
No, 2. So they could do it next turn.
Hmm.
Okay. Do we play the Cadaver Imp to get the teacher, or do we play the pawn?
I think I need to stop the Wave Watch because they can just do this next turn, and that's 10 that I can't block.
Yeah, reasonable. And then I think we attack.
Doesn't tap it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I would be okay with the trade on
Yeah.
Drake with
So would I. And obviously, it's more. The problem here is that it's super more mana efficient to do like imps on these turn. Like,
Yeah,
and then
but-
because if I draw land, I could fit the narcolepsy in. The problem is I'm dead if I take that action.
yeah,
like,
we're on the squeeze.
yeah,
They're
not.
gonna get us low enough that like Vendetta will be a bit hard. Get it leveled up.
Yeah.
They're gonna be able to first strike their guy next turn.
Yeah, so the reason I didn't block is my mind had this on first strike on the earlier level when I just did that trade. I was like, well, I can't do that. That has first strike because I can visibly see the word first strike right here, which is not true. So that was a misstep by me.
We only kind of remember these cards. It's fine.
It's been some time. All right.
See, now we can regenerate. So we're just taking 4 in the air. Then Cadaver Imp.
And then Cadaver Imp plus Pawn can handle that.
Yeah, sadly, regenerate is not indestructible. So
no, he removed from combat on this.
Tapped and removed from combat.
Okay, so we can't Vendetta anymore. It's a Corpse Avatar. And another flyer. That's really bad.
And any other creature. All right.
My god.
Yeah, let's move on. Oh, okay. A note. Last Kiss actually pretty good here.
Yeah, might actually work.
It gains life and it kills their guy as they're spending mana on it. That's probably better than Virulent Swipe.
Yeah. Take the Beetle out as well.
Than just like a flying guy.
Something to contest the air a little more. All right. Yes, I'd like to play first. Yeah, I'm fine with this.
Yeah, this is
we have plays on 2 for a while. If we draw into
draw
the blue,
Island. Yeah, drawing Island in our thing is great. Okay, they got the Caravan Escort. That invalidates their entire deck, and I doubt they have a way to deal with it. Should we play it and then try to draw land next turn, then go just eat their lunch? Or do we make the more mana efficient play?
Yeah, the problem is like Gul'Dra's Assassin actually takes too long to level unless we've got the 3rd pit.
Yeah, let's play out mana efficiently. Presume that we're gonna get Island and be able to get like a bunch of level up creatures down and a bunch of mana out of our venerated teacher, and that'll be just as unassailable for them.
Champion's Drake. To take this trade? Nah, when we're holding teacher, but I'm not holding. Yeah, I think we take the trade. We have other guys for our teacher to teach. You could Gul'Dra's here and then hold up Vendetta. Champion's Drake is a decent guy to Vendetta. So is any level up guy they could have.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that's probably more useful for us. Vendetta really only wants to go on things we can't Gul'Dra's Assassin down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or something they target with a totem armor.
What are they doing?
What's the keyboard for? There we go. I just realized I 6'd through the turn when I shouldn't have.
Ah, yeah.
Well, they have the same meta issues as us, yes.
Oust.
Okay, that is a way to...
That's a way to stymie Gul'Dra's.
Also, if we don't draw land, we're in hell for a longer period.
This is gonna be great.
Well...
Hell.
Alright.
Double Vendetta against the level up deck, though. It's really good.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of fine.
And fuck.
Yeah, but their guys are so puny right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game is gonna go on for a while. It's fine.
But like the fuck on that is less. Seagate and more. This is the fourth land, and now they're
Yeah, now
not
they're set
in.
up.
They're not in the problem we're in.
They have a different problem. Where how the hell do they deal with a Goldrass assassin? It ain't caravan escort.
It's a pretty mana efficient play.
It's card for card.
I don't want them to have
One mana for a Champion's Drake thing.
Yeah.
100 bits from Power Flapjack.
Thank you for the bits. Hopefully we draw a land. I will.
Attack for 1. Attack for 2.
Yeah,
We're not blocking. We're not letting Goldraz Assassin get smited or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they have a way to deal with Goldraz Assassin, now is their time to do it. But even if it's narcolepsy,
At this
not
point,
good enough.
at this point, I want to draw a third land so I can level up and activate. Right, like that's once we have level up and activate, like then we're golden. I didn't like doing the Vendetta on Escort because Escort is something we can kill with the assassin. But we have the second Vendetta, and we're still really mana locked right now. This is a terrible. We're in this just horrible position on the mana. And they still have 5 cards in hand.
Narcolepsy it is. Okay.
Okay.
That means that we're going to be spending mana on our upkeep.
Yeah.
We draw our lands. If we draw Island here, we probably just go Teacher instead. Nope. Okay. Oh, the Bloodthorn Vampire also is doing a number on their removal suite.
Sure.
That doesn't do anything.
Well, it's a 3/3 flyer.
Yeah. It clocks us decently.
We're going to get punched once by it. Hell, if we don't draw a land, we can even Vendetta it. We could, like, Vendetta it.
Holy shit, we can't draw anything here.
Yeesh.
This is...
We're still in it, though.
Yeah. Because of the power of this one card.
Yeah. We just have to... Yeah, I think we just Vendetta the Frostwind Invoker, and then... They're going to be stymied on things they can actually play.
I don't think they're going to be as stymied as it looks. But I'm still going to do it.
Yeah, they're going to be able to try to overwhelm our...
The thing is, they've been missing land drops. Sure. That's annoying because we lose a bunch of life, and then we lose a bunch of life, and then we...
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah, we're... Again, like, the problem is, like, they've had 3 cards in hand and have not been making land drops, so it's not... They're not holding blanks.
Could play the Enforcer. Could make Teacher a better play. Or we can try to level up to, like, beat the Frostwind Invoker.
That's what I'm... Like, we have to do that, right?
Yeah, we have to do that.
Like, I'm dying in 3 turns, and I have 2 turns where I positively have to take that damage. This is tragic to watch.
We're getting all kinds of magic variants today. This is great. Oh, we're dead.
Yeah, it's game.
Still got all these. It's on a spy patrol.
Yeah, let's see their last one. Okay, that's fine. Damn. Yeah,
Okay.
we just like that was a game that if we had ever drawn that third land, like so I kept a hand with a 50-50 land, on the draw, and then we failed it
We lost the
9
flip.
times. So what are you
No, we only lost the flip 7 times because we were on the play and we got ousted.
Did get
So-
ousted.
True, we did get ousted.
So we lost the flip only 7 times, James, not 9.
8 times. Well,
No, because we were on the play, so it was
so yeah, we the draw not there. Yeah, you are. I think this is a very interesting study in variance. Let's see if we can get the other side. I want to see an opponent mold a 3 and then kill
we
us.
didn't win the mold of 4
We
today.
didn't- Look,
so-
that's why this like that's one of those games. It's like who cares what else happened? We won the mold of 4.
Reminds me, I think I've talked about how Yorion decks experience this variance more commonly.
The old 80 card deck means that's a much higher. But
I don't know
not
how much higher it is, but it's experienced more because it's the same ratios just over a longer period.
right.
Because it's like if you have 2 coins and one of them is heads and one of them is tails, and your sample size is 2, like it'll always be 50-50. But if you have 100 coins and you could have all heads, all tails.
Right, you're looking for a much wider sample. I've been excited because both of our opponents have had pretty interesting decks. And we
We're
haven't
seeing
seen
a different.
we haven't seen green yet. No, there's not been like
Yeah, we're gonna have Gruul this time.
yeah, this is gonna be like Magic player 103758, born in the year 19 million.
I feel like we've fought this battler before, or is Magic player number like the default username it gives you?
I don't know. I don't believe there are this many Magic
Oh,
players.
did they have a username that got banned?
or maybe
And so they got reassigned. Oh, green.
Hey, here we
Ooh,
go.
Ancient Stirrings.
Ancient
Reveals
Strings,
Ulamog's Crusher.
finding a
Forest
land.
entered the revealed
Yeah.
cards. So.
I was about to say.
Yeah, their username used to be MILF Hunter, but the
Right.
cops came for them.
Right. Because MILF Hunter is trademarked. That's what I learned. I learned that it's because of a porn trademark.
And what's they're kind of cutthroat.
This is just play what we got.
Yeah, the kind of cutthroat's going to be hard for them to beat if they're base green. But no,
Oh.
red means they can kill anything. The Lava Pume. In for 4.
Oh shit.
Ooh, Battle Rampart. Big Battle Rampart fan.
Yeah. See, an Ulamog's Crusher is so. A hasty Ulamog's Crusher.
There was a artifact version of that guy in Throne of Eldraine. I played that guy all the time.
Yeah, the 04.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think they're walls? No, they're just playing Rampart to be Rampart. That's.
They could be walls. They're in walls colors.
Yeah, they could have Overgrown Battlement and Vent Sentinel.
Okay, so
Those
now
are
we
the,
have
like,
Ankle
good
Shanker.
walls in those colors.
Yep. So I waited to attack because I wanted First Strike, Death Touch. I didn't want a 2-for-1 here. So now we're cooking.
Now we're cooking.
Okay,
We can put the-
we've made our hell dude.
And we can put Ogre's Cleaver on it to be even more hell and more.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Ooh, Akum Boulderfoot's gonna boulder our. That's fine though. That gives our Cadaver Imp a target.
Yeah, that's
Whatever.
annoying because my want was to block sack with Virulent Swipe here, but
Yeah, but now they're going to bash in for 6.
That's fine.
Crashing Drawbridge is the Eldraine card. Yeah, that card was sweet. You know how many 1/2s with double strike I gave haste? Ooh, Seagate Oracle is going to be really good here.
Champion's
Champion's
Drake is
Drake.
already a 4/4.
Yeah.
That stuffs them pretty hard.
Yeah, that's pretty
Heck,
good.
that might secure our victory because they can't block it. So
And Virulent Swipe can just be shock.
it can, yeah, it can actually have a purpose.
I can do the like.
So glad.
For again, I was quite happy with it when it was going to be block whatever they hasted in. It just happened to be.
Yeah.
Like I was happy with it with when I saw Cadaver Imp because like Cadaver Imp gets it wears the swipe.
Yeah.
Super
I mean,
well.
now we don't even need it. We have 5 power flying.
Yeah, now we just don't need it.
And that's ours. All right. So they're super.
It goes from being outmaneuvered to being unneeded.
Okay, so they're just on they probably have a black splash for something. I don't see any changes we need to make though.
Yeah, Last Kiss doesn't look good.
Yeah,
Gloom Hunter looks bad against a Coom Giant. You know.
Yeah, Coom Boulderfoot.
What are we doing? Essence feed.
That's how we'll steal the victory.
Yeah.
With those last 3 points with Essence feed.
I think the thing I did most with Crashing Drawbridge was what was the Adamant Knight in green? What was that guy's name?
Uh,
the 4/4 that's a 5/5.
Yeah, I gave that guy haste because Gruul was the thing I played in.
Mountain has entered the revealed card zone. Anyway, here's my curve.
Land number 3. Woo.
Garenbrig Paladin.
See, one of the things you have to do in Magic the Gathering is realize that you can't let past the gamblers. Now, so you can't let like past like wow, we lost the flip 7 times. I should never keep a 2-lander. You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so now we've got everything we could ever want, and now we have to decide how much damage we want to do to Magic player 103,758.
At this point, we're just hitting for 2.
Just hitting for 2.
There's no reason to burn anything right now. If we draw land to kill their battle ramp,
Stagger Shock, you can counter that.
Yeah, I'm gonna counter that, thanks.
If the spell doesn't resolve, you don't get the rebound.
I don't like that play.
That should have targeted the vampire.
Well, they should have targeted the vampire so it resolves. Also, they should have held this for instant speed. So if I go for a level up,
for a level up.
There's a lot of this card's an instant. Like I don't understand the.
Or if we tried to flip out with the vampire.
I love this for us because it lets me play Cadaver Imp with no. Well, hell, all right.
Play Cadaver Imp and replay the Zulaport Enforcer if you want.
Yeah, which is more bodies.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn it. 10.
All right, so this
11.
is.
Yeah, it's 11.
This is 11. This is the game. I mean,
no, 13 actually.
Yeah, 17. Okay. So okay.
All right. So this format is dumb. The games are all blowouts.
I love.
So
I'm a huge fan of Rise of the Eldrazi for it. Because I love to watch a player go turn 1 Caravan Escort, turn 2 Halimar Wave Watch, and then just slam the infinite mana onto the table.
And it's like, what how much damage can you assemble with some commons and a uncommon, right?
Yeah, so one of the things to note about that board, we are if I attack with Bloodthorn Vampire, they are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. They're 1 body from dead. Like the attack with just sack to Blood Throne, 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 lets us attack for so much. That's why when we previously played with the Blood Throne, we had a game where we like Distortion Strike and then just sacked our entire board. You know, because that's just what this card does.
I'm a little disappointed because two of our all-time favorite guys didn't show up on either side. We saw 0 Ulamog's Crushers and we
Nope.
saw 0 Palaka Worms.
Yeah, no Palaka.
Palaka
No.
Worm is an uncommon, but Ulamog's Crusher is a common.
Yeah, Ulamog's Crush. We didn't see. Everybody was on the lower curve stuff this draft.
Yeah,
We had
well,
like our biggest drops were 6 drops.
do we have a
which
number
still
of
pretty
folks that like just decided to go with different like normal plans? Like, I mean,
Who knows?
so the sack player, I like the deck that they had together because that's a hard
That's
to
a
put together
powerful-
deck.
and it's
well-
also very powerful.
Because like the sack outlets, like this is the there's only a couple, but they're very powerful.
Yeah, there's Bloodthorn Vampire. That's the one you want. They found Magma, which is a rare.
That's probably why
They had
started
the
with it.
Conquering Manticore, which is also a rare. So yeah, they got like a combo with 2 different rares.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Actually, this opponent might have been the Crusher deck.
I think they're the Crusher deck. Well, actually, it's hard to say because they're creatures. So Lava Invoker says to me spawn player because like you want that with like Ulamog or not Emrakkul's Hatcher.
And like Kozilek's Predator.
like
but
Kozilek's
Ancient
Predator.
Stirrings means
Yeah.
they could have been playing Ancient Stirrings just to find their swamp. But
I like playing Ancient Stirrings in place of a land if you have enough forests.
yeah,
If you have
Yeah.
enough forests in the deck, it's just sort of you play it as a land
Very-
and it's fine.
Kind of incredible that we had
I like
like
that
a
compulsive
40-minute
research.
we had a 40-minute wait and we have finished on normal time. So
Just blasted through those games.
Blast them.
incredible.
Oof.
Still, I'm going to I have a lot of love for this format because of how it operates a lot on a different axis.
Yeah, it doesn't play like normal Magic. It plays like Joker's Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It is really twisted, and it's very hard to evaluate cards.
Really?
Like you see, Vendetta is a reprint. Like
Yes.
it got
From a,
reprinted into that set.
It was from Mercadian Masks.
It's a perfect card for it.
It looks so incredible. Like wow, 1 mana instant. And then there's just so many scenarios where it's like, oh god,
Oh.
I can't do anything. Oh no.
Yeah. Well. So yeah. Well, let me pull up that again.
Yeah, so next is like
War is next week, so you're not gonna see me doing that next Tuesday. I'm not. Sorry, I don't have much interest in Triple War of the Spark.
you want to make the Amass deck?
I mean, okay. I enjoyed that format when I got to play Amass because that mechanic felt busted, and also like you got to play like Coercion but good, right? Like because it made a body.
Yes, Coercion made a kind of like Disciple of Phoenix.
Or for me, a lot of my experience playing that format was drafting or playing sealed and opening Enter the God Eternals.
Yeah, Enter the God Eternals. Everybody likes Enter the Gladiators.
Yeah. But the week after that is Cons Flashback.
Which
we
got to do some cons.
You can bet that we'll be around for Cons Flashback World.
War of the Spark is
War of the Spark is the one with the uncommon planeswalkers.
Also
Correct.
the one where like almost every walker has a passive.
Yes. So
whereas Cons is people have a lot of I think Cons is like maybe the best multicolor format, I think.
Cons is the one that if like I haven't done the numbers, but I think it might be the most drafted on like other than like the word cube. Like I might have drafted Vintage Cube more than I've drafted Cons, but an actual
you absolutely have.
But like an actual set, I think Cons is the one that I've drafted the most. So
yeah, Cons, Large Gap, Theros, Small Gap, Return to Ravnica or Shadowmoor.
Man, wake me up when they do Scars of Mirrodin again.
When was the last time they did Scars? Like
it wasn't that long ago. It was like a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
I think.
I think it was longer than that. But that's an actual format that no one likes but me.
I played so I played PTQ that was Scars sealed. Back when PTQs were like PTQs, like you would go to them, there'd be 150 people, anyway. But in that sealed, I remember that event because I opened my pool and I was like, the fuck, there's nothing here. Like I don't know what to do. It's so don't know what to do. And then I just look at my pool, and then I looked, and I'm like, well, I do have Skitherix. And so my deck was like 22 nothings. Just absolute, like, what do these do? And Skitherix. I went like 4-3 on the back of 8 wins with Skitherix. Like, just that card alone was like, hi, my name's Skitherix. Game.
I am
game,
Dragon
game.
Skeleton.
Let me pull up Skitherix.
Skitherix, the Blight
Oh
Dragon.
god,
Dragon.
how the hell do I'm just gonna just put him Blight. That'll be easier.
The Blight Dragon will get you there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go to quantity 0.
There's a lot of blight in Magic.
Alright, but at least Blight 0. Okay, Pontiff of Blight. Ooh, Blight Mound.
Blight Speaker.
Hold on.
Speak
I don't know this card.
Looks like a commander card.
Yeah, I know, but like, oh, it's from Pest World. Okay.
Look at Blight Speaker. That guy was an all-star in
Yep.
that draft format.
Grab Rebels, and then here we are.
Oh, yeah, a whole lot of incidental stuff was Rebels.
So, Skitherix, the Blight Dragon, was a 5-mana, 6-mana dragon that was a 4/4 flying infect. Was killed in 3 hits.
And it's got regenerates.
Hard to kill, and the deck. My deck was just like really bad and didn't have much for infect anyway. So I was like, So Skitherix had to connect 3 times, but that just happened. So that's what I remember of playing sealed with that format.
What was that other guy that was the only... There was another infect guy you would play as your only infect creature. The Bulldozer, the Killdozer. Phyrexian Killdozer, whatever the hell it's called.
Is it just Juggernaut?
Phyrexian, was it just Phyrexian?
Phyrexian
No, Phyrexian Juggernaut is a Cold Snap card.
There it is.
Oh, you know it either.
Yeah, Phyrexian Juggernaut.
Phyrexian Juggernaut. Yeah.
Wait, Juggernaut is creature type Phyrexian Juggernaut.
It got eroded to this because Phyrexian wasn't a creature type for a while. But
I can't believe that this is one of our other skeleton archers.
Skeleton Archer, Phyrexian Juggernaut, Juggernaut. I think there was one more that got eroded to be, let me think, Homarid?
Yeah, well, as soon as they reprint Sky Terror with the correct name.
Flying Menace?
Yes.
It's a Flying Menace.
Flying Menace.
Yeah, I was thinking of Phyrexian Snow Crusher.
Ew.
No, Homarid.
Wizard?
No, I thought there was one that was like Homarid. Oh. That was Explorers of Scout. That's tragedy. I thought there was one like that had a... Anyway.
No, Homarid.
But yeah.
Viscerid Drone is really close. Look at that.
Homarid Drone. Sacrifice a creature in a swamp. Destroy target creature. Can't be regenerated. This card's, very good. By the way.
I'm just sacrificing swamps to destroy.
That turns your creatures... You get 2 for 1, but... Limited.
Repeatable 2-for-1s are good.
Yeah.
Creature destruction and sacrifice outlets in blue.
Yeah, welcome to Alliances.
Whatever.
Welcome to Alliances. Yeah, but repeatable 2-for-1s are what we call forbid or whatever. Well, that's a 2-for-1, isn't it?
That's a 2-for-1. You get the spell back.
You get the spell back. That's right. So it's a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
Forbid.
Anyway, that's Magic for tonight. Thank y'all. We can't possibly go in for another draft because it'll take an hour for the draft to pop. But
yeah, we could go in for another draft, do the draft, and then go to sleep.
Yeah, basically.
And then wake up and the format's gone.
Format's gone. We didn't.
So,
hey.
No, we would have to do it before lunch because I think that it's actually
the little thing in the corner. I wonder if I can move this. Hold on. Nope, I can't move this. says 4 p.m. Yeah. So yeah, thank y'all for joining. Hope y'all had fun with just us, yakking while playing Diablo 3 is like it's a throwback to years ago.
Throwback to 2014.
If you want to catch more, it's follow. Thank you for everybody who's subbed today. Thank you for the bits. As far as upcoming streams, tomorrow's going to be Netrunner. There's a new set that released last week, and Dakota and I are going to take a look at it and, talk about cards, talk about decks they can fit in, talk about what rotation will do. We got a lot of Netrunner talking to do. We haven't really looked at Netrunner for a while because there hasn't been a new release in some time, and this is a big, big thing.
Netrunner.
And then Thursday is more Hollow Knight. And then Sunday is Battle Network. That'll be 3. So, anyway, good night, everybody.
Good night.